Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss on module 4. Actually, I was mute. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss on module 4, quality concepts. In that, we have to learn about quality, software quality, and how can we achieve that quality. And what do you mean by review? What is the need of review in a quality process? Then software quality assurance. What are the elements? What are the process? What are the product characteristics? What do you mean by SQA task? Goal metrics, statistical software quality assurance, reliability, quality standard. Different types of ISO 9000 quality standards are there that I'm going to discuss. 1 second. So, first, I'm going to explain what is quality. Can you hear me? Is it audible? Okay. So this is a definition conformance to explicitly stated functional and performance requirements, explicitly documented development standards, and implicit characteristics that are expected of all professionally developed software. This is the definition for software quality. In this, we mentioned 3 things. One is explicitly stated functional and explicitly stated non-functional requirements. Functional and non-functional requirements are there that we already learned in detail. So explicit requirement. What do you mean by explicit requirement? When you prepare a SRS document, software requirement specification document, you clearly mention what are the requirements needed. From where you get this requirement list, you collected the requirements from the customer. Right. So the requirements, we can divide it into 2, functional, non-functional, that we discussed before. So when it comes to functional requirements, it's very close to the function of the system which you are going to develop. What are the requirements? And non-functional means regarding its performance, its aesthetic look. Those things will come under non-functional requirements. So conformance, we are conforming both explicit functional, non-functional requirement, and implicit functions. Explicit functions actually we already documented in form of SRS document. So it's a documented thing that you must include. Then implicit means you can do some extra things that is actually every customer need those requirements, but probably it won't represent in the document. That is implicit requirement. For example, you need a product which should be easily understandable. It should be easy to use. That easiness probably it won't mention in the SRS document, but as a customer, you will expect that. That is an expected thing. Or else some in addition to this, you can add some extra implicit functions too. That is not mentioned in the SRS document, but it will please the customer. He will be pleased by that requirements. It's not relevant. It's not relevant requirements, but still it will please the customer. So the implicit requirements are two types. One is it's mandatory thing, but not represented explicitly, like ease of use, understandability, simplicity. These things won't mention, but it should, when you develop a product, you should focus that area. Another thing is you can include some extra features which please the customer. So when you include all these three things like explicit, implicit requirements, functional and non-functional requirements, then your product is called a quality product. Means quality, how can you achieve the quality? You can implement quality. You can quality, a product which you created is a quality product. At what time you can induce this quality in your product? You should start to achieve the quality from the initial step onwards. When you start to collect your product requirements, on time onwards, you should you should follow the quality principles, guidelines by the organization. One second. Sir, they didn't receive any link. Okay, so explicit software requirements. Anybody from B9 is here? No, only 36. Okay. Okay, then. Okay, soft. So we should focus on both explicit and implicit functions, right? So explicit functions, as I said, it should be clearly mentioned in the document that you must include. An implicit function also you need to include. Then only the customer will be happy. If the customer is happy, he will agree your quality. So how can you achieve this? Obviously, quality you cannot achieve in a single step. You should follow some quality guidelines and rules by the organizations where the product is developing. Obviously, they are following some standards that we will learn in the quality assurance time. So that you have to follow. And other than that, based on your product, you can include some guidelines to follow to achieve the quality. So our quality mainly, one thing is functional quality is there, and the customer also should be satisfied with your product. Then only finally we could say that it's a quality product. So what is a quality management? Quality management is about making organization perform for their stakeholders. Means from where we can apply the quality terms to improve your product, to improve your service, to improve the system, to improve the process. Anywhere you can add this term quality to make sure that the whole organization is fit and effective. That you should learn. The organization should be fit and effective to manage the quality. So what does quality apply to? Quality, we have to apply anything, not only in the product. You can apply quality in your service, you can apply quality in your process, you can apply quality in your task, action, or decisions. Every single step you can apply the quality theory. Then only the final product become a quality product. For example, you're going to develop a product. Okay, the product development, actual development starts from the requirement gathering onwards. Then next phase, you are going to plan based on the requirements you collected. And next phase, you are going to analysis, and then you are going to design the models. Then after that, you're going to develop it, and then you're going for testing. Then if any modifications needed, you can go for maintenance. So in every single stage, you need to apply the quality theory. Then only you will get a final product, a quality product. So who is responsible for it? Everyone is responsible. From the top to bottom, everyone is responsible for this. And then only last finally you get a product in a good quality. What is software quality model? There are multiple software quality models are there. Markall's software quality model is there. Baum's software quality model is there. Dromey's model is there. To avoid the confusion, I will explain only one. Actually, this is not including your syllabus, but this is very important topic also, quality model. Just you remember at least one. Markall's quality model is very important actually. We divided into based on three factors. This product revision, product transition, product operation, like that we are dividing. Product operation means it contains some features like correctness, reliability, usability, integrity, efficiency. All these terminologies you are very much familiar, and all this comes under product operation because all these terms are very close to operations. And next is product transition. Transition means when product is moving from one place to another place, it should follow it should be portable, it should be reusable and interoperable. The next is product revision. Revising time means like maintainability, flexibility, and testability are the software quality factors. So product revision, product transition, product operation are comes under Markall software quality factors. So what do you mean by correctness? Correctness means the product which you develop should work, should give the correct result. That is the minimum thing you need, right? It should be precise. It should be consistent result. There should not, suppose when you add 2 plus 3, you will get, 20 plus 30, you will get 50 one time, and next time when you add, you will get another result. Is it good? No. So correctness, and it should be steady and reliable. So next is efficiency. Efficiency means the resource utilization should be minimized. Integrity means, okay, the software which you develop should not access by an outsider. Means it should be an authorized one. It should not allow unauthorized access. That's it. Then usability means it should be easy to use, easy to operate, right? Next is maintainability. Maintainability means we can able to fix error. We can locate and able to fix the error. And flexible, it should be flexible, testable, portable, reusable, and interoperable. Interoperable means, okay, the software which you develop can work independently, but when you work with other systems, if it gives a wrong result, then there is no use, right? So the coupling should be allowed. So to couple one system with another system, interoperable. So these are the main quality factors that we are dividing into 3 sections. That is product revision, product transition, product operations. That you should remember what are the classifications. So how can you achieve the software quality? Of course, you need to achieve the software quality by maintaining a quality from initial stage onwards. But some steps you need to remember. Define characteristics first. Means for every product, we could not generalize the characteristics. It will be vary from product to product. First, you should define what are the characteristics you need to implement. Next, decide how to measure the quality of the characteristics. There are so many metrics that we will learn. I am not sure whether it is there in your syllabus, but quality metrics are there to measure. So which one is suitable for your project? Then set the standard. Then do quality control. Then find out the reason. If there is any hindering things are there to quality, then you have to find out those problems and you should remove that, the hurdles. Then make necessary improvements if need. So these are the 6 steps to achieve the software quality. Then coming to software review. Software review means it's a systematic inspection. So now I discussed about quality, general term quality and software quality. And how can you achieve the quality? The steps you need to remember. What is the definition of quality? How can you say one quality, your product achieved quality? And who will do the quality management? Is it a management? There is a team, but everyone should responsible to maintain the quality in their work. Then only the outcome is quality one. So next topic is about review. Software review is one of the method. It's a systematic inspection actually. Every time you are systematically inspecting whether your product is maintaining quality. Suppose if you find any errors in between or defects in between, you can remove that thing. You have to find out the error as early as possible and you should be able to remove that. You should be able to remove that errors or bugs. So that is the review, importance of software review. If you do this review very frequently, then only you can at last develop a quality product. So what is the objective? Objective is to improve the productivity of the development team, to make testing process time and cost effective. You should not spend much time and much cost also. To make the final software with fewer details, defects, to eliminate inadequacies. So these are the objective. Objective means or why we are going for software review very frequently, to improve the development team productivity, to make the testing process more time cost effective, to make the final software with fewer defects, to eliminate inadequacies. The process, entry evaluation, then management preparation, review planning, preparation, then examination and exit evaluation. Nothing, just entry for it's an evaluation process. So evaluation time, we are evaluating each and everything which is related until you finished, how much you finished. So it's not after finishing your product development. Throughout the product development, you have to go for many review meet, like the project review meets here. Meanwhile, you have to attend that, monitor the status of your work, not only the status and quality also. Okay, then types of software reviews. There are mainly 3 types of software reviews are there. Software peer review. Software peer review means we are reviewing with our peers. Peer review is the process of assessing the technical content and quality of the product that is usually conducted by author of work product along with some other developers. Means the development team inside itself means that we are discussing, and we are, if there is any errors you find out, simply do the error correction. That is the peer review process. Like when you do the course, there are courses, some assignments are peer reviewed. Means people who are doing with you, means parallelly who are doing, that is not an expert check. They are also evaluating your paper. That is peer. So like that, here peer review is performed in order to examine or resolve defect in software. How can we achieve this peer review, or how can we do the peer review? For example, code review is there. Code review means when you are writing the code itself, you can check with your friend. That is a peer review. Another is pair programming. Pair programming means when you, while writing the program itself, we can join with another person, and he can also give some suggestions. He can input his logic also. So we discuss together the logic of your logic of the program, and you're writing together. That is pair programming. And another is walkthrough. Walkthrough means it's guided by an external person, guided by an author, and other interested parties, and participants are questions and make comments about the defects. It's an interactive sessions with the author. Author means who are writing the programmer itself. Or a third party can also guide. Next is technical review. Technical review is, in the technical review, there is a panel. Highly qualified expertise team may be there. And they review your product with your requirements, and they will identify some technical defects. They will check the specification, they will check whether you follow the standards, or whether you meet the customer needs. That is done by an expertise team. So that is called technical review. So code review is the pair programming. Code review means once you've done the code, after that you can give it for review. And pair programming means jointly you are doing it. And the programming means coding itself, and walkthrough is guided by another person, and technical review by an expert team. So different types of reviews are there. In inspection, what do you mean by inspection? Inspection means that is also by an expert team. They have their own set of rules to find the defects. Inspecting by somebody else. Then software management review. Actually, software management review evaluate the work status and it will go for review. Every review, what they're doing actually, in every review, they're doing checking the status, monitoring status and progress, what you are doing, and checking whether it's matching with the requirements of the customer. If we find out these errors, suppose if the technical reviews are not there, what will happen? Is it mandatory, these technical reviews? If it's not there, these same defects you will find out in the late stage. Find out in the late stage, what will happen? You have to spend more time, you have to spend more budget, and you should for correcting those errors. So it's better to find out the errors in the initial stage. Next is advantages. Let's see. So advantages of software review. Why we are going for software review? You can identify the defects in very early stage. That is the main thing you should remember. An early inspection reduces the maintenance cost, and you can use to train the technical authors, and use to remove the process inadequacies that increase the defects. That what is the early detection and removal of the defects is very important when it comes to the there is an example which is detection removal. Okay, another you need to remember one thing actually, that the point is not in your syllabus, but this you must remember. I think it's 2 years. Okay, this point you need to remember, verification and validation. This is very important point. You must remember. What do you mean by verification? In your software, actually, this point I didn't see in your syllabus, but you must remember verification. Two terminologies we are using very frequently in software. Verification means, are we building the product right? Are we building the product right? And validation means, are we building the right? Do you understand? We are verifying, you are verifying always, you are checking whether you are building the correct product. Validation means, are we building the right product? Means, is it the exact thing the customer needs? You're checking with the customer requirements. That is validation process. And verification process means, are you doing this exact thing? For example, you're constructing a software, a calculator software, which is for scientific calculation. Then, are you doing the exact scientific calculator program? That is verification process. Validation means, are you building the right product? Right product means, that is the exact thing the customer need. It's a customized product, right? Every software is a customized product. You can add, you can include, and you can delete many features. So during the software testing time, we are checking, we are doing verification and validation. While verification time, you are checking, are the algorithms coded correctly? Is it do the exact function? Validation doesn't meet the user requirement. So don't get, we will use these two terminologies very frequently in all your, throughout your software engineering. Don't get confused with verification and validation. Okay. So next point is involvement of people. Then how many people should involve in your review meet? Between 3, 4, and 5 people should be involved in the review. It depends on the complexity of project. You can include more people, but maximum 5. Advanced preparation should occur. You have to go for, you have to prepare in advance. You should not start your meeting or review meet without any preparation. The short duration of the review meeting should be less than 2 hours. If this constraint, it should be clear that an FTR focuses on specific. This is very important. It should have an agenda. Formal technical review and FTR, that is called FTR. FTR is different and normal technical review is different. Technical review you can do either formally or informally. Informally means some of your team members are sitting together and while you're taking coffee or when you're chit chatting, at the time you're discussing something about your project, what you're doing right now. That is an informal way of technical review or latest. When it comes to informal technical review, you have an agenda and should stick on that agenda and should discuss all the points which there in the agenda. That formal technical review should do with a preparation of minimum 4 to 2 hours. You should go through the content and what I'm going to discuss, because you can't speak something else. But the time also, because formal technical review, we need to do it very frequently, so it should not be too long. It should be less than 2 hours. And at the end of review, what you will get? Either you can accept the product without any modification, or you can reject the product because there are serious errors are there. It's not easily to modify. So it can't reject the product and accept the product with provisional. Provisional means some minor errors are there that you can remove. So this is the end of technical review. This is the outcome of technical review. Either you can accept, you can reject, or you can accept with some modifications. So these are the 3 stages. The next, review, reporting, and record keeping. So I already said it's formal. Formal means you have to record each and every minutes of meeting, and you should record all issues what you discussed there, and you can prepare one review meeting document. You should document those things that will help you in your future reference. And finally, formal technical review summary report you can generate. In that one, you have to answer the questions like what was reviewed, who reviewed it, and what are the findings and conclusions in that meeting. That you have to clearly mention your meeting. Then review guidelines. When you're going for review meet, you should follow some guidelines. First, this is very important point. The 10 points, that is very important, not only for software review, for any review. Here, when you're coming for a project review, you should follow these rules. The and manufacture, those terminologies are different, but the concept you have to. The review guideline, review the products, not the manufacturer. You should not review the person, because suppose you are in a project review panel team, you are one of the panel members, but you don't like the person who came up with this product. So you should not judge him. You should not judge him. You should only judge his product. Next is take written notes. Whatever it is, whatever points included, that everything you should record, and limit the number of participants. Insist upon advanced preparation. Every review panel members should be there with preparation of when you discuss about your product, that those people should be understand, right? So they should come with preparation. And if the number is more, if the review panel member is more, they have different suggestions, and it will be difficult at last to conclude. So limit the number of participants and develop a checklist for each product that's likely to be reviewed. What are the products, things you need to review? Those things, first you make a checklist, and when you complete that thing, you have to make a tick. You should put a tick that I completed this particular characteristics. Then at last, you can go through it. Then allocate resources and time schedule for FTR. In order to maintain a time schedule, you have to allocate the resources and time, and conduct meaningful training for all reviewers in order to make review effective. So the reviewers should be come up with proper training, proper preparation. The reviewers earlier reviews would serve as the base for the current review being conducted. So generally we are calling for expertise in the panel. So the people who are in the panel members, who are in the panel, should come up after the, suppose if they are expertise in that field, the similar type of projects they reviewed before, they have to go through it once. And set an agenda and maintain the agenda and separate the problem areas, but do not attempt to solve every problem not solved. Actually, review meeting is not the time to solve the problem. It's a time to collect the problem areas, or to you should note down those problem area, and later you can find out errors. Solutions. So finding solution is not not an agenda at the time of review. Limit debate and rebuttal. So should not debate each other. Here we are only reviewing the product, not the manufacturer or producer. So this is the main guidelines you need to follow in the review process. Any doubt from this area? Any doubts? Any doubts? Anybody is there? Okay. Okay, thank you.